Aloha everybody and welcome to Beachwalks with Rocks. Today is show number 119 on the road in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, and you can find us at beachwalks.tv. So those of you that have been watching know that I'm not in Hawaii right now. I've got a 2-week trip to the mainland, and this week I'm in Michigan visiting my parents and 2 of my sisters. And when I'm around family, I often think a lot about life and relationships and my personal process of how I travel throughout my life. And you know, one of the things that comes up for me is this notion of how people treat me. Because I used to think that my family didn't treat me very well, or they didn't treat me the way that I wanted them to. And I realized later in life that it's really up to me to teach people how I want to be treated. And I've come to decide that that's a really powerful concept, that you know, it completely 180 degrees shifts the responsibility from the other person back onto me. Because how can anyone know how I want to be treated? I find that, you know, our default is we treat people either the way we think they should be treated, or we treat people the way we think we want to be treated. And that leaves out this third component of treating people how they want to be treated. And so it's up to each of us, in my mind, to tell people, to teach people how it is we'd like to be treated. You know, then the other people have a choice of whether they want to go along or not. And that's then it becomes a very cooperative, co-creative kind of relationship that we have. I was talking about this with a friend of mine, Catherine, a while ago, and she was complaining about how her landlord didn't respect her. And the conversation basically came around to, well, one, why do you need your landlord to respect you? You don't. You really just need the landlord to provide the shelter and provide the utilities. And then if you want to have a more engaged relationship with that person as an individual, you know, you can choose to do that. But how do you teach someone to respect you? That really, you know, it's not up to that other person. It's up for me to start setting boundaries and to communicate, this works for me, this doesn't work for me. And then the other person, like I said, gets to choose whether or not they want to go along and be in agreement. So I'm here at Cranbrook next to the meditation pond, and it's a nice, calm, reflecting pool where I get to think about these things and actually take a very abstract concept and put it into very, very practical terms. So for me, that often revolves around money. And if somebody wants a favor from me, and we've agreed that there's a price or a value to that, then it's up to me to collect that bill from someone, rather than getting mad because, well, why didn't they pay me? Why didn't they pay me? They said they would pay me. Don't they know they're supposed to pay me? And that may all be true, but it's up to me to send the bill and to say, you know what? It's time to pay the bill. The conversation stops here, and I can do it in a friendly manner and stay in my own personal integrity. So thanks for joining me today on Beachwalks, which is actually a Cranbrook walk. For those of you that are history buffs, Cranbrook Institute is a very well-known art institute and also private school. A number of well-known people have attended here. I'll give you a few tips in the show notes once I've confirmed a few things that I'm pretty sure are true, but I'll wait till the show notes. If you'd like to Skype, you can Skype at Roxanne Darling. If you'd like to call, it's 949-544-1456. Aloha, everybody. And I'd like to thank my guest director today. This is my big sister, Barbara. She's my older sister, Barbara.
Right.
And thank you so much for being here today. We had a few
welcome.
technical challenges, and you stayed very calm and helpful. Thank you.
It was great fun, especially the walking backwards part.
Yes.
Thanks.
Aloha.
Aloha.